Hello and welcome everyone to the final game of the St. Mary's Invitational. It'll be your St. Mary's Rattlers going up against the Tarleton State University Texans. Texans entering play today at a record of 8-11. The Rattlers, meanwhile, they just improved their record to 17-3. I'm Joe Rodriguez, being joined by Brian Maglullion for the conclusion of this exciting invitational. Brian, what are you looking for out of the Rattlers in this final game?
Well, Joe, I'm looking forward to the Rattlers to continue their success. They have done a tremendous job of defending home field this weekend, and they have a tough matchup against the Tarleton State Texans as Britton able to make the play for out number one.
And Britton, your starting pitcher, she came in the first game of this doubleheader, got the save. Let's go over some statistics for her. Britton entering today a 1.75 ERA, a 11-1 win-loss already on this season, and now 2 saves to her name as well. Britton, the 3-time reigning Heartland Conference Pitcher of the Year, and she just comes in. She's so dominant out there, Brian. She's just one of those players that's really special, and you only see her come around every once in a while.
And Britton, a senior, has experience to boot as well. A great pitcher, as you mentioned. 11-1 is her record. She has done a tremendous job for the Rattlers thus far this season.
0-2, the count against Miranda West. As you see Britton having to shade her eyes just a little bit. And that one off the plate. 1-2 now the count. Britton winding up, dealing, and that one above the belt, and the count will now be 2-2. Let's meet the Tarleton State Texans. Leading off is Michaela Stokestill. At the plate right now, Miranda West, she'll be the pitcher. Bailey Malden will be batting third and doing the catching, as that one shot over to Medina. The throw to first in time, and 2 Texans now retired. Batting fourth will be Kendra Mendoza. She'll be the right fielder. Melody Mace will be batting fifth and playing center. Amber Clifford, the first baseman, will bat sixth. Ashley Findrock, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Kelsey Latia will play second base and bat eighth. And Aaron Freitas will round up the lineup and play left field. That pitch catches the inside corner. 0-1 the count. The Rattlers, their winning streak now at even Baker's dozen, 13 wins in a row, as that one's fouled off, and it'll be 0-2. And for St. Mary's, they win this game, they'll be at 14 in a row, which will equal their ranking they're at right now, number 14 in the nation.
An impressive feat from this Rattlers softball team, especially earlier on in this season. And not to mention, they are 3-0 in Heartland Conference play already. And things just rolling for the Rattlers as they get ready for the long haul.
That one outside to Malden. Bailey, she's hitting .318 on the year, 17 RBIs. That's top on this Tarleton State team. Britton, that one hit over toward left field. Vidrine on the run, able to make the play. So 3 up, 3 down goes Tarleton State. Lady Rattlers coming up next.
With 12 premier institutions across 4 states, the members of the Heartland Conference are proud partners of their communities and NCAA Division II. We are committed to the academic and athletic success of our student athletes. The Heartland Conference offers a vibrant championship experience with schools that are nationally competitive, engaged with their communities, and supported by hundreds of thousands of fans who promote a positive game environment. To learn more about the Heartland Conference, visit us at heartlandsports.org. Choose Division II. Choose the Heartland Conference.
Bottom of the first set to get underway. The Rattlers will be due up. It'll be the top of the order, of course, Sarlich, Nichols, and Vadrine. And they'll be going up against Hennon this game. Hennon, a 4-4 record on the year for Tarleton State, a 2.89 ERA, and in 46 innings pitched, she has 30 base on balls versus 27 strikeouts. First pitch out of the zone to Sarlich for ball one. Sarlich, first game of the doubleheader. She was 2 for 3, got hit by a pitch as well. So exactly what you want out of your leadoff man. And Sarlich, that one on a hop over to first, and she'll be retired. That one looked like it came off the end of the bat a little bit funny for her. So one away, and here comes Katie Nichols. Katie Nichols, top on this Rattler team in batting average, hitting .431 on the year. That's a mind-boggling number right there.
An impressive stat line from Nichols. She's done a great job hitting number 2 for the Rattlers so far this season.
That first pitch out of the zone, 1-0. And for Nichols, on base percentage almost at an even 500. She's at 493 right there. So if you think about it, you flip a coin whether she gets on base or not. As that one's out of the zone, 2-0. That's just mind-boggling numbers. I mean, if you think about it, you go 3 for 10 in life in baseball or softball, you're doing really, really well. And several of these Rattler players just have numbers that jump off the page. As that one lifted into shallow right field, and it'll get down. Another base hit, and the average only going up for Nichols.
And great piece of hitting right there by Katie Nichols. Not doing too much with the pitch. She was able to lift one into the hole in right, and now she's on board with one out for Taylor Vadrine.
Vadrine hitting .291 on the year. 10 RBIs, has her tied for third most on the team. Hannah looking at her wristband for the sign. Here's the pitch. And that one out of the zone, 1-0. Vadrine, a 2-game drought at the plate right now, but she's just getting robbed of hits in so many different ways. She keeps hitting them straight on a line, but unfortunately right at someone. As that one off the plate as well, 2-0. And now you give a hitter like Vadrine a chance to look for her pitch right here. Here's the pitch. And that one catches the outside corner, 2-1. Nichols over there at first. She has the most steals amongst any Rattler. She's perfect on the year, 9 for 9 on stolen bags. So it is a possibility that she'll take off. And Vadrine lifts one foul down the left field side, and the count will be 2-2.
There's a lot of real estate over on that left field side, but Freitas unable to get over there in time, as we'll see another pitch to Vadrine.
Yeah, it looks like Freitas is playing over toward that line, wants to make sure there's no doubles over there. But if Vadrine is able to shoot one into the gap at left center, that could spell trouble for the Texans. Full count now for Taylor. Three and two, one away. Here's the pitch. And that one off the plate, and 2 Rattlers will now be aboard. So a single and a walk, and St. Mary's looking like they're ready to bust out already in this first inning. That's something the Rattlers have done very well so far this year. They score in the bottom of the first more often than not. I think they've scored it 3 out of the 5 games in the St. Mary's Invitational so far in the bottom of the first. And if you get ahead in the bottom of the first with the pitching staff, the quality that the Rattlers have, you're going to win a lot of games.
And it makes it even more difficult for opponents to get back into the ball game and try to get something going, because once the Rattlers have all things clicking, they're a tough team to beat.
0-1 the count. Richter stepping to the plate. Richter, another one of those players with just mind-boggling numbers, as the count's now even at 1-1. Hitting .322 on the year, but here's the stat for you. 23 RBIs in 20 games. That's that's providing at least a run a game, if you think about it.
That's just unbelievable. And Richter, leading the team in RBIs this season, has done a tremendous job. She's already had a couple game-winning hits this season, and she looks to do some damage here in the bottom of the first.
Still only 1 away, 1-2 the count. Richter, she'll have to battle back here. And in, here's the pitch. That one off the plate, good eye there, 2-2. Richter, she'll dig back in. Hannon, she has that wristband she keeps looking at, as that one's in the dirt, 3-2. Might be a situational wristband. If you have this count, this many out, this is the pitch we're going with.
Yeah, and both her and Malden have wristbands, which they both look at.
Full count, 1 away. 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. And Richter fights that one off. We'll do 3-2 again.
And throughout the course of this weekend, Joe, I've had the pleasure to do the public address over at field number 2 here at the park at St. Mary's, and I have seen a lot of great softball action from all the teams that have participated, and one of those teams was the Tarleton State Texans. Yesterday, they capped off the day as Richter fouls that one away. They capped off the day defeating Rogers State 6-2 last evening, and the Texans definitely no team to sleep on if you're the Rattlers, especially when you're the Rattlers. You have a 13-game winning streak going for you. You don't want to ease up, especially against a team like the Texans.
Texans a quality team, as Richter will stick around for at least one more pitch. Real battle going on here in the bottom of the first. And in, looking down once again. Here's the pitch, and Richter fouling off once again. Doing a very good job of just sticking around here. And when you're a pitcher, Brian, and someone keeps fouling off all these pitches, that's now 4 fouled off by Richter, you start to get frustrated. And there's always that chance that you might accidentally leave one over the middle of the plate.
Oh, yes, especially when the pitch count in an at-bat gets higher. The advantage goes to the batter, as you see right there. Richter able to draw the walk because there's no room for error once you reach that high of a point in the pitch count, and the advantage goes to the hitter, and Richter right there able to take full advantage. And now bases are loaded for the Rattlers as Benavides takes the plate.
Benavides, another one of those players, just absolutely ridiculous numbers. 18 RBIs on the year, make it 19 if you add on the one she had earlier today. And it looks like she'll be adding even more. RBI number 20, and here comes Vadrine to the plate, and St. Mary's ahead 2-1 off the courtesy of a 2 RBI double by Benavides.
And Laura Benavides right on cue, able to get the first runs on the board for the Rattlers.
And so, after that long Richter at bat, Benavides strikes quickly for a now 2-0 lead.
An interesting note, Laura Benavides has 10 RBIs this tournament, add on the one she's had today, and in total this week, now let me do my math here, she's had 18 RBIs in this week alone, an unbelievable stat line.
Golly. That's a half season of work for a lot of people. Well, Benavides just catching fire in the 5 spot for St. Mary's. And now it'll be Medina at the plate, 2-0 the count. Medina, a 167 hitter on the year. 1 RBI off of a solo home run for her. Shortstop for the Rattlers. She's starting to fit in very nicely as the freshman Medina, as that one's a called strike. Her fielding really has helped solidify St. Mary's. I was talking to Coach Fields the other day, and she said that they knew they were going to be solid at just about every position except for second base and shortstop. And with Villa and Medina coming in, they've really helped mold this Rattler team into what it is. 2-2 the count. Medina now back into the box. Hennon looking into her armband. Here's the pitch. Oh, she fooled Medina there with the change of speed. And that'll be out number 2. And now it's up to Alex Rodriguez. Alex hitting .275 on the year. Topping the team with home runs. She's got 4 to go along with 9 RBIs. And the game earlier today, she struggled a little bit though. She went 0 for 2. But in some people's eyes, that just means that she's due for a hit. That one out of the zone, 1-0.
And you mentioned Rodriguez due for a hit. Anybody on this Rattler lineup can provide offense for you at any given point. And you see it up and down this lineup. All the Rattler batters pose a threat to opposing pitchers.
As that one thrown in there off speed for a called strike. All of the Rattlers threatening to hit around this inning. Villa waits on deck. Nash is in the hole. First, A-Rod will have to get on board. 1-1 the count. And that one off the plate. 2-1 now. And for St. Mary's, the trend of hopping ahead 2-0 in the bottom of the first must be very, very nice to have.
Indeed. And you mentioned earlier, with a pitching staff like the Rattler, what the Rattlers have, the fact that you could put runs up early just gives them even more confidence as Rodriguez fouls that one away.
2-2 the count. I think that was present in their game, in the first game of the doubleheader against Midwestern State University. That game going against the Mustangs, who average over 8 runs per ball game. St. Mary's, they're able to jump out to the lead. Gutierrez can be aggressive, and St. Mary's ends up winning that game 4-3. Here's the pitch to A-Rod, and she takes that one, but right to the shortstop, Finderick, and that'll do it for the inning, but not before St. Mary's strikes first. The girls have their fangs out early. The score, 2-0.
So much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes led a 10 initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
$1 million have been raised. Hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Top of the second, set to get underway. It'll be Mendoza, Mace, and Clifford due up. They'll be facing Emily Britton. Let's go on ahead. Let's meet the Rattler defense. We're going to get a chance to in the top of the first. From left to right across the outfield, Vadrine, Nichols, and Nash out there. And then around the horn from third base to first base, you have Sardolich, Medina, and Villa up the middle, and Richter, of course, over there at first. And behind the plate, as per usual, is Alex Rodriguez. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Britton, and that one inside by just a bit, 1-1. And Brian, something that I thought very important is the consistency of playing time that these Rattler starters are getting. I think it helps them mold together as a lineup and really produce better.
And that goes with not just, you know, the Rattlers, but in all sports in general. The more time you get to spend with the same lineup, as you mentioned, there's that consistency, but also if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And the Rattlers have had tremendous success with the lineups that they have had.
As that one's fouled away, and it'll still be 1-2. The only switching around of note that's done is Nash and Field have been splitting time over there in right field, but besides that, everyone else has started just about every game for the Rattlers. Off speed by Britton, and she didn't get the call. 2-2. But man, that one made Mendoza buckle her knees just a little bit. Two and two. Here's the pitch. And that one sliced foul down the third base side. And we'll do 2-2 yet again. Mendoza, so far on the year, hitting .226. Go along with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. And she's rung up. Outside corner, caught her looking. And Britton has her first strikeout of the game.
Beautiful pitching right there by Emily Britton. Able to get Mendoza looking, and that is the first out of the second.
And now here comes Melody Mays. Mays hitting .316 on the year, couple homers, 8 RBIs. That one catches the outside corner as well for a called strike 1. Looks like that outside corner is being given generously this game. The last game it was the inside corner that was being given, so you always have to adapt in these first couple of innings, find out what the umpires are calling. Sardalich playing a step or two in, but that one shot towards center field, and Mace will have the first hit of the day for the Texans. Good hitting by Mace, trying not to do too much with it. And now it'll be Amber Clifford coming up.
First baseman 23, Amber Clifford.
Clifford, she's hitting .267 on the year with 5 RBIs. Mace over there at first has 5 stolen bags on 8 attempts. She had her feet going like she was going to take off, but ended up staying put over there at first. Of course, in softball, you can't take off until the ball leaves the pitcher's hand. And there goes Mace. A throw down to second by Rodriguez, and they got her. Great throw by A-Rod. The tag applied by Medina, and Mace is cut down at second.
Oh, great play by A-Rod. Able to throw out the runner, trying to steal second. What a rocket of an arm right there.
And now 2 away with a 2-0 count. The risk reward of a stolen bag. Now 2 away. Britton the pitch. And that one chopped over to Sardalich. Sardalich faithfully across the diamond. And that'll do it for the inning. So a roundabout way to a 3-up, 3-down inning. And the Rattlers still with a 2-0 lead. We're heading to the bottom of the second.
With 12 premier institutions across 4 states, the members of the Heartland Conference are proud partners of their communities and NCAA Division II. We are committed to the academic and athletic success of our student athletes. The Heartland Conference offers a vibrant championship experience with schools that are nationally competitive, engaged with their communities, and supported by hundreds of thousands of fans who promote a positive game environment. To learn more about the Heartland Conference, visit us at heartlandsports.org. Choose Division II. Choose the Heartland Conference.
And welcome back, everyone. The bottom of the second set to get underway here at the softball field. The venue for this St. Mary's Invitational, where St. Mary's has seen quite a bit of success. I'm Joe Rodriguez, joined by Brian McLuhan. Via, Nash, and Sardalich due up for the Rattlers. We actually didn't get to meet the Rattler lineup in the bottom of that first. So much action going on. We'll go on ahead. We'll meet him now. Sardalich, she'll lead off, play third base. Nichols, bat second, play center. Vidrine, she'll bat third, play left field. Richter, she'll bat the cleanup spot and play first. Benavides, the designated player, will bat fifth. Medina, the shortstop, will bat 6th. Alex Rodriguez will be behind the plate and bat 7th. Villa, she's leading off this inning. She'll be playing second base and batting 8th. And then Nash will be batting 9th and playing right field. And so now Villa will dig in for the first time in this game. Amanda Villa, a .327 hitter on the year. That first one out of the zone for ball 1. Villa, a couple of home runs as well to go along with her 7 RBIs. As that one's smacked but foul down the third base side, 1-1. Going ahead, meet the Tarleton defense while we're at it. Fritas, Mays, Mendoza from left to right in the outfield. Westall man third base. Finderock and Latia up the middle. Clifford at first. And Malden behind the plate. 1-1 the count. That one hit over to third. West fields it on a hop across the diamond and 1 away. I don't call it the hot corner for nothing.
And West did a tremendous job of being able to corral the ball and field it cleanly, recording the first out of the inning.
And now here comes Danielle Nash. Nash, her 7th start of the year. She's hitting .125 so far. She has a double on the year to go with her 1 RBI. And that first one gets the inside corner for a called strike 1. And we'll see if Nash can turn over the lineup here, as it'll go to the top after her. Off speed on the plate, called strike 2. And what a great time for a changeup right there. Nash, she got buckled at that one a little bit. Oh, and 2. It's an absolutely gorgeous day for softball, by the way. The sun out, only a few clouds in the sky, and a nice breeze blowing as well from right to left across the field. You might see the ball travel a little bit here today. But overall, it's just a wonderful day to play. I wish I was out there playing right now. As that one barely misses the corner, you can hear the Texan fans appealing for it, but a ball is called instead. 2-2. And now Nash will step back into the box. Hit in. Off speed. This time Nash was ready for it. She's able to spoil the pitch. And we'll do 2-2 yet again. Here's the pitch, and that one a bit high, and it's a full count. I can't imagine why you need a wristband while trying to translate on the pitch. Usually you just see managers signal it into the catcher relays it to the pitcher. As that one is relayed into the glove for a call at strike 3. A little bit of heat right there.
Nash was expecting one pitch and got something completely different and got caught looking, as the second batter is retired of the inning.
Now here comes Nicole Sardelich. Sardelich, she grounded out to first her last time up. Sardelich continuing to be the double machine we've come to know her for. 7 so far on the year. That one's outside for ball 1. Sardelich, of course, the record holder for most doubles in a season by Lady Rattler.
And that record was 25 doubles last season, as she bloops that one to the first baseman Clifford for the 3rd out of the inning.
Oprah through 2. Rattlers still lead it 2-0.
so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes led the 10 initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $1 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Top of the third, set to get underway. Britain's still out there in a circle. It'll be Fenric, Latia, and then Fritas due up this inning. Fenric, her first at-bat here today. A 286 average so far on the year to go with her 2 RBIs. First pitch, outside 1-0. Rattler fans, we thank you very much for tuning into the St. Mary's Invitational. It's been quite the weekend for all of us here, and we hope that you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out highlights of it at youtube.com/St. Mary's Rattlers. And of course, if you want to see all the results of all sports teams, not only softball, check us out on Twitter at St. Mary's Rattlers. That's the same handle as our Instagram at St. Mary's Rattlers. And of course, you can give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/St. Mary's Rattlers. As that one's grounded over to Via, the underhanded shovel there first for the first out of the inning. And of course, for everything that you could want to know about your Rattlers, schedules, statistics, interesting facts about the players, be sure to check out rattlerathletics.com. Brian, what a weekend we've had. 13 wins in a row for Rattler softball, and Matt McLean, the no-hitter over at baseball. I mean, really is a golden time to be a Rattler. We're not even talking about basketball. We invaded St. Edward's successfully, men and women both victorious. It was really a nice weekend, was it not?
Yes, indeed. On Saturday in Austin, both the men's and women's basketball teams victorious over the Hilltoppers, and not to mention Matt McLean pitching a no-hitter. He's thrown for, I believe, 24 strikeouts in his last 2 starts. Just unbelievable numbers, and all around the board, our Rattlers just setting records upon records upon records, and it's just fitting that we finish the weekend off with our St. Mary's Rattlers softball team. As a great throw by A-Rod gets the runner out at first for the second out of the inning.
And the best part about all of it, if you ask me, Brian, is that we finally have it at home and on campus here at the parks at St. Mary's. I gotta tell you, the ballpark, the softball field, the soccer pitch, all just wonderful additions to the campus, and long due. It's just really nice to have it all back on campus.
And it makes all these accomplishments that much sweeter as Britain able to retire the side, and the Rattlers escape with a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the third. Rattlers still lead 2-0.
With 12 premier institutions across 4 states, the members of the Heartland Conference are proud partners of their communities and NCAA Division II. We are committed to the academic and athletic success of our student athletes. The Heartland Conference offers a vibrant championship experience with schools that are nationally competitive, engaged with their communities, and supported by hundreds of thousands of fans who promote a positive game environment. To learn more about the Heartland Conference, visit us at heartlandsports.org. Choose Division II. Choose the Heartland Conference.
And welcome back, everyone. Bottom of the third set to get underway for St. Mary's. Their 2-3-4 hitters due up. Nichols, Vidrine, and Richter. It's the part of the lineup that got St. Mary's their 2 runs in the bottom of the first. And I'm sure the Rattlers would love a duplication of that effort. Nichols stepping to the plate. She had that single in the first inning and managed to go around and score a run.
Leading off center field, number 4, Katie Nichols.
And Nichols, number 2 hitter for St. Mary's. But it's basically like they have 2 leadoff hitters in a row, even 3 leadoff hitters in a row if you count the bottom of the order as well. And those table setters, they've done a great job of getting on for the middle of the order.
And do a great job they have. And the importance of having leadoff hitters do so well is the fact that it allows for scoring opportunities, and the Rattlers able to do so. However, Nichols popping that one up into shallow left as Freitas able to make the play. But leading off and getting on base has been one of the key factors in the Rattlers' 13-game winning streak.
And if you want statistics to back it up, we got it for you. Katie Nichols, 19 runs scored on the year. Sardalich, 18 runs scored on the year. Those are really great numbers as well. And part of the reason why St. Mary's has the totals they do. So 1 away and 1-0 the count to Vidrine. Vidrine, she walked her first time up. Came around, scored a run. Taylor not slacking herself in runs scored. She has 15 on the year right now, as that one's fouled off to the first base side, 1-1.
Vidrine last season, a member of the all-conference all-tournament team, one of the handful of Rattlers that have received that honor.
As that one crosses the plate for a called strike 2. One and 2 the count with 1 away. And in, here's the pitch, and that one's above the belt, 2-2. And if you ask Coach Fields what the biggest advantage of the new park at St. Mary's is, she'll tell you it's the hitting cages. She said that when they first came to the field, they had to remeasure it. They thought it might have been a little bit too long, but it turned out, as Vidrine skies one toward right field, Mendoza will make the catch. But it turned out that they had just been lacking in their repetitions because they didn't have a permanent practice facility, and they were limited to the amount of time where they could rent the field out. But now, since they've gotten the hitting cages, they have somewhere consistent where they can hit every day. The bats have really started to get going for St. Mary's. So she's saying that every Rattler now could break out to have a season that was greater than what they had last year. And last year, they were pretty good. As that one's off the plate, 1-0 for Richter. Richter, she walked her first time up after she had an absolute battle with Hinnon in the first. She saw 11 pitches in that first plate appearance. And she's seen 2 so far this at bat, 1-1 the count.
And that's one of the things that all the Rattler batters do well, is the fact that they're in no hurry to swing at the first pitch. They're willing to take what the pitcher gives them and do whatever is presented to them. It doesn't mean swinging for the fences every time, but they take the pitch and they do whatever is best for that situation.
And it also creates a bit of a meta game for the batters as well. You start to see more pitches, you might find something to tip you off as that off-speed pitch is off the plate, and the count is now 3-1. And if you can find that one thing that can help you out when you're going up to bat and you tell all your teammates, then that's when you can really start to do some damage. Three and one the count, 2 away. Richter lifts this one toward left center field. It's deep and it's gone.
And that ball is long gone. Like that ex-boyfriend you don't want to see ever again.
Solo home run.
Haley Richter, her second long ball of the year. Another RBI as well. That puts her at 23. More importantly, the Rattlers now at a 3-0 lead.
And Richter definitely took that pitch and drove it to left center, and it had the distance, and boy oh boy, she made Hennon pay. Rattlers now lead 3-0.
I think that goes along with what you said, seeing a lot of pitches. She got in a favorable count at 3-1, and she knew what she was going to get, and she had it served up. Benavidez, that first pitch out of the zone, 1-0. Laura, single her first time up, 2 RBIs as well. And we'll see what she can do here. That pitch off the plate as well, and it's 2-0. And if you're hitting, you kind of just have to forget about that one. It's just a solo shot. Still plenty of time in this ball game as that one catches the outside corner. 2-1 now. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Off speed and outside. 3-1.
That was a good pitch. Tried getting Benavidez to chase.
If that one had just been a little bit more on the plate, it would have been a beaut. Good time for a changeup right there.
Now look for a high heater right now.
That's what Richter got last time. As that one's fouled back. 3-2. And if indeed that wristband on a Hennon's arm says if the count is this, then throw that, St. Mary's could start to catch on to that pretty quick. Full count, 2 away. Fastball, and that one hit high into right field. The catch is made by Mendoza. And that'll do it for the inning, but not before St. Mary's strikes once again with a Richter solo shot. They now lead 3-0.
With 12 premier institutions across 4 states, the members of the Heartland Conference are proud partners of their communities and NCAA Division II. We are committed to the academic and athletic success of our student athletes. The Heartland Conference offers a vibrant championship experience with schools that are nationally competitive, engaged with their communities, and supported by hundreds of thousands of fans who promote a positive game environment. To learn more about the Heartland Conference, visit us at heartlandsports.org. Choose Division II. Choose the Heartland Conference.
Top of the 4th, set to get underway. The Rattlers, their fangs out early here as they lead it 3-0. Top of the order will be due up for the Texans, however. It'll be Stodgeville, West, and Malden. As that first pitch fired in there, but out of the zone, 1-0. Stodgeville, she grounded out to Britton her first time up. She's choked up slightly on the bat. And a called strike there, 1-1. Stodgeville, an incredible average of .379 entering play today. And she taps another one up through the 5-hole on Britton. And Stodgeville will be on first.
And the ball took a funny bounce on Emily Britton right there. She was unable to corral that one. And they'll rule that an error.
That's a little bit of bad luck right there. You're trying to come off of the rubber and then have one hit right back to you, as that one's offered at by West. And then you're thinking you have to rush it as well because it is a slap bunner up there. West, first time up, she grounded out to short. Sarlich playing a step in, and that one fouled off as well, and the count will be 0-2. So Britton now ahead early, 0-2. Stodgeville over there at first base. She has a stolen bag. She's 1 for 1 on the year. A-Rod, however, already threw one out earlier in the game, as that one's hit but foul down the third base side. And we'll do 0-2 yet again.
Stodgeville so far this season is 1 for 1 on stolen base attempts, as A-Rod able to do a good job of blocking that pitch.
And it'll be 1-2 now.
But after seeing what Alex Rodriguez can do behind the plate, I don't know if the Texans would really want to test that arm, as the batter goes down swinging.
So West now 0 for 2 on the day, and here comes Malden to the plate. Bailey, she popped out to left her first time up.
Bailey Malden, she's doing an excellent job for this Texan team, not just behind the plate catching, but also leading the team in RBIs this season. Has 17 on the year, and she's second in batting average, batting a .318.
Sarlich trying to get the lead runner, and she does so. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Malden.
Right here, number 18, Mendoza.
And great job by Sardalich, able to get the lead runner out of scoring position. And now the Rattlers have 2 outs in the top of the 4th.
And it'll be Mendoza coming up. Kendra, she struck out looking her first time up. And a strike 1. And that's really just a senior play there by Sardalich, knowing you have the timing to get the ball over to second base instead of just taking it to first. It's that kind of decision making that can help save a run at some point. 0-1 pitch. Now 0-2 as Britton has painted twice in a row now. Oh and 2 away. As that one's hit over Sardalich off her chest. She's going to come up throwing and not in time. Mendoza able to beat it out. It was a tough play over there for Sardalich as she took it off the chest, and they're going to score it a single.
That was a tough play right there. A one-hopper, as he said, right off the chest of Nicole Sardalich. Great effort, however, able to regroup and nearly throw out the runner at first base, but instead it'll be 2 on and 2 out for the Texans.
Here comes Melody Mays to the plate. And a called strike 1 there. I heard Emily, she got a job over the summer painting buildings, but they didn't pay her the full amount because she only could paint the corners.
Well put, well put. Emily Britton doing a superb job so far in this ball game.
Oh, 1-1 the count. Britton with her sign, she deals. And that one, oof. Just a little low, I think. 2-1.
Melody Mays, who's at bat for the Texans, last season as a freshman was named to the 3rd team All Lone Star Conference in her first season of play. An impressive feat for the young player as she lines that one right into the second baseman Villa. And the Rattlers able to escape. The score still 3-0 as we head to the bottom of 4th inning. You're watching Rattler Softball on the Rattler Network.
With 12 premier institutions across 4 states, the members of the Heartland Conference are proud partners of their communities and NCAA Division II. We are committed to the academic and athletic success of our student athletes. The Heartland Conference offers a vibrant championship experience with schools that are nationally competitive, engaged with their communities, and supported by hundreds of thousands of fans who promote a positive game environment. To learn more about the Heartland Conference, visit us at heartlandsports.org. Choose Division II. Choose the Heartland Conference.
Bottom of the 4th set to get underway. It'll be Medina, Rodriguez, and Villa due up for the Rattlers.
Stop number 1, Miranda Medina.
Medina, she struck out swinging her first time up. We'll see what she can do here. That first pitch, a called strike on the outside corner. Brian, a lot of action going to be going on over this next weekend as well. We were talking about it during the break. Baseball, softball, both basketball teams are going to be in action. That'll be on the 30th, Thursday. Both will be playing against Newman, and then of course the Saturday, we're just full of action. Softball will be going against East Central, and there will be just tons of games going on. Baseball will also be in action. It'll just be a jam-packed weekend for basketball, baseball, softball once again, and we'll be bringing it all to you here on the Rattler Network, so be to tune in, grab some popcorn, enjoy yourself. But of course, if you can, come out to the games. It's just a great environment and a great amount of fun to be had. Here's the pitch, and that one bounced in front of the plate, and the count will go full. And then also women's golf, they'll be at the St. Edward's Invitational as well. That'll start tomorrow. They'll be there all day Monday and Tuesday. As Medina lifts this one high into the air, but foul down the left field line. And we'll do 3-2 yet again. Baseball, they'll be playing William Jewell, a 3-game series. Softball, the College of St. Joseph. And then men and women's tennis will also be in action on Saturday. So you can tune in pretty much any time of the day and we'll have something going for you. And of course, if you want to keep up with all the action, just follow us on Twitter at St. Mary's Rattlers. So another one fouled off by Medina. 3-2 the count. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat upcoming. And that one slapped into left field. A good hit by Medina, as she's now 1 for 2 on the day.
Great piece of hitting there by Medina. Able to get the fat portion of the bat on the ball and able to split it between short and third base.
Now here comes A-Rod to the plate. Alex, she popped out to short her first time up. Medina, good speed over there at first base. As that one gets the outside corner for strike one. Medina 2 for 2 on stolen bag attempts so far this year. We'll see if she tries to go with Rodriguez at the plate. And that one off the plate, 1-1.
A-Rod right there showing bunt. And great awareness by the Texan defenders, the first and third baseman, Clifford and West, able to get over quickly just in case A-Rod went through with a bunt.
And Latia actually went over and covered first in an attempt to pick off Medina. A-Rod showing bunt again. The throw down to first, and it's through to right field. But backing it up is Mendoza, so Medina will stay put. 2-1 the count. And one thing you'll notice about Alex, she's very methodical about her approach. She'll step out after just about every single pitch, go through her ritual. And then and only then, when she's ready to hit, will she step into the box. 2-1. As this one's lifted into the air. Oh, and it falls through. And safe at second is Medina. Mays and Finderick not communicating right there. And so it'll fall through for a single for Alex.
That was just the epitome of miscommunication right there between the three players, Freitas, Finderack, and Mays. No one knew who was going to get the ball or who was calling it off, and it dropped right in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle.
Well, here comes Via to the plate now. And if you're Mace, you're the center fielder, you have to take control right there. Oh, and it hit her. So that's an out. A bit of bad luck there for Via. She bunted the ball and put it up into the air and then proceeded to run into it for an out. And it might have actually been a blessing in disguise, so to say. I think Clifford was coming on. She had a good chance to make the catch and to double up a Rattler there either at first or second. I think we're going to see a pinch runner coming in for A-Rod. Looks like it'll be number 6, Sydney Paradis. So Paredes will pinch run for Alex. So bottom 4, 1 away. Paredes pinch running at first. Here's Nash. That one off the plate, 1-0. And of course, the good thing about softball, you can re-enter your starters into the game. So we'll be seeing more of Alex later on this game, no fear. Here's the pitch from Nash. She hits it over to third. Throw to first. Oh, and it gets away. Medina will come around and score. Paredes moving up to third. She's being waved home. Here comes the throw to the plate. The slide. She's safe. Great slide by Paredes to avoid the tag. And the Rattlers tack another 2 on the board. They now lead at 5-0.
Great piece of base running right there by the Rattlers. And that pinch runner for A-Rod proving beneficial for the Rattlers as they are able to put a 2 spot on the board with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
And then Nash, who was allowed on first because of the air, now moves all the way up to third. St. Mary's still threatening to score with just 1 away. It'll be Nicole Sardelich at the plate, bringing up the top of the order. St. Mary's an opportunity to try to blow this one open here in the bottom of the 4th.
And great awareness by Nash, able to, she reached first base and understanding the situation was able to advance all the way to third. And now with Sardelich up, this is a dangerous situation for the Texans.
Sardelich, she's 0 for 2 today, uncharacteristic by her. She's grounded out to first, popped out to first. And she looks at a called strike 1. But if you're Nicole right here, you don't have to do too much. A sac fly would plate the speedster Nash as well. Hinnon looking at her wristband, has her sign. And that one above the belt for a ball, 1-1. Hinnon through 3 1/3 innings. She's already thrown 77 pitches, so a good amount of work for her so far. Here's the pitch. That one's outside in the dirt. 2-1 now. Katie Nichols, she waits on deck. Vadrine will be in the hole. Sardalich back in the box. And she gets a piece of that one, but it's fouled down the third base side. And now it'll be 2-2. If you're Sardalich right here, 2-2, you kind of have to just try to fight a couple off before you can get a pitch that you can handle. Here's Hennon. And that one fouled back.
Right at us.
Yeah, we'll do 2-2 again. Only a net separating you and I from a souvenir right there.
Or an injury, regardless of the two.
Sardalich back in the box. Here's the pitch. That's well outside, and it'll be a full count. We'll see what Sardalich's approach is right here. She do many things, of course. Try for the sac fly, try for the base hit, try to draw the walk. So many options. And it looks like she'll just spoil another pitch, and we'll do 3-2 yet again.
And it's a tough situation to be in if you're the pitcher, Hennon. The fact that you have a speedster on third base and Nash, any wild pitch or passed ball, Nash is going to score. And you want to try to control as much of the damage as possible. You want to stop the bleeding right here and give your team a chance to come back, as that one is lifted deep into left. That'll be more than enough to score Nash on the sac fly.
And well done there by Sardalich. She just went on ahead, went with the pitch, was able to muscle it out there high into left field. And now St. Mary's, their advantage at 6.
Center field, number 4, Katie Nichols.
2 away now for the Texans. Nichols at the plate. Here's the pitch, and called strike 1. And the thing you see about St. Mary's and a lot of other really, really good teams, a main characteristic that they have is some way, somehow, they usually take advantages of mistakes you make, like the error that was committed earlier on in this inning, or if you walk them like we saw in the first inning. Usually very good teams are able to produce out of those types of miscues.
And if you take away those miscues by the Texans, this would probably be a much closer ball game. But right now the Rattlers sitting comfortably up 6.
Well, 2-1. The count for Nichols. Here's the pitch from Hennon, and that one hit sharply and over the right fielder's head. Mendoza not able to get it. Nichols, she's going to be digging for 3 right here, and she'll get there standing. Well struck by Nichols. Mendoza wasn't able to get the angle. I think it might have been over her head either way. And it'll be a stand-up triple, and Vidrine coming to the plate. Vidrine 0 for 1 today, as it looks like we'll have another conference out there on the mound, and there will be a pitching change. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher when we come back. St. Mary's still threatening and leading 6-0. And welcome back, everyone. Bottom of the fourth still going on, 2 away, and the Rattlers still threatening. The new pitcher will be Randy Fentress. Fentress, a 3.79 ERA on the year. Her win-loss is 4-5. She's been the main featured pitcher for these Texans. She's pitched 72 innings, and she has 60 strikeouts as compared to 34 walks.
Fielder number 19, Taylor Vidrine.
And she'll have to hop right into it. Taylor Vidrine at the plate with a runner on third base, 2 away. Fentress, she has her sign, the pitch. A bit low, 1-0. Vidrine, she's 0 for 1 today. She scored a run, though, after she walked. Haley Richter will wait on deck. And that one's out of the zone, 2-0. And if you're Fentress, want to try to not face Richter, we all know what she did her last time up, as she had that solo shot to deep left center field. Good velocity right there. The count now 2-1. And Vidrine will step back into the box. Fentress looking for her sign. She has it. And a strike called there on the outside corner.
Interesting note on Fentress, last season as a junior, earned the Gold Glove Award for pitching in the Lone Star Conference. And she also, as you mentioned, is the ace of this pitching staff. Last season, led the team with 115 strikeouts, which was good enough for 6th in the Lone Star Conference.
Here's the pitch, and she's able to get Vidrine to strike out just as you say it. And 3 away, so it took a pitching change for the Texans. The Rattlers add 3 more runs to their total and now lead it 6-0.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh, you got
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
And welcome back, everyone. The top of the 5th about to get underway. It'll be Clifford, Fenrick, and Latia due up this inning. As see time called on the batter, and it'll be ball 1. I think Britton might have messed up her release right there, and it'll be 2-0 now. And 2-0 the count. Britton out there for another inning of work. And 3-0 now, and Britton still trying to find the zone. Thing about a long inning like that with a pitching change involved, your team out there hitting for you for a while, sometimes it can make you lose your groove just a tad bit. As a called strike right there, and it'll be 3-1 now.
And yes, a long inning, especially as a pitcher, you're out of rhythm. You sit in the dugout a little longer than you're used to or what's normal. And it takes a little bit of time to get back into that rhythm, as she's able to get the ground ball to Sardalich, who retires the first batter of the inning.
As now Finderick will come to the plate. Finderick, she's 0 for 1. She grounded out to second her first time up.
Shortstop number 20, Ashley Finderack.
Britton winding, dealing. And a called strike as that one's right at the belt buckle. Britton, very efficient so far today. That was only her 53rd pitch. She's also only allowed 2 hits, and she struck out 2 as well. And perhaps the best statistic of them all, she hasn't walked anyone yet. As that one just missed the corner, it'll be 1-1.
And for the batter, Finderack, this weekend has been a bit of a homecoming, if you will. She grew up in nearby Converse, Texas. So she probably has a good contingency here on hand as she hits that one to third. Sardalich there to record the out. That's 2 away now.
A bit of an excuse me swing right there by Finderick. She I think she might have been trying to hold up on the swing right there, but accidentally just peppered it over to Sardalich. So 2 ground balls to Sardalich, 2 away. And now it'll be Latia coming up. And a called strike 1. Latia, she grounded one out to the catcher last time. That was a good play by A-Rod. As that pitch, pitched it right through it.
Kelsey Lotta batting .265 on the year for the Texans. And with 2 outs here at the top of the 5th, she's looking to try to get something started as Britton, her pitch outside for ball 1.
Also, just one thing of note, sorry we forgot to announce it, Jennifer Hernandez now down behind the plate. I guess they decided to give A-Rod a bit of a break. She's been catching for all 5 of the Rattler games over these past 3 days. That one just dies right in front of the plate. Hernandez over there, she'll make the play to first. And that'll do it for the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Texans. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. Rattlers still lead it 6-0.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back, everyone. Bottom of the fifth inning about to get underway. It'll be 4, 5, 6 due up for the Rattlers. Richter, Benavidez, and Medina. Richter, she's 1 for 1. She had that solo shot in the third, and she looks at a called ball 1. Fentress still out there in the circle for the Texans. And that one just outside, and it'll be 2-0. Richter trying to get in her groove. Her teammates providing the beat. And a called strike right there. It's one of the things I like about softball better than baseball. The dugouts are just so into it. It makes it so much fun for everyone to watch.
And it makes the game so much more fun, not just to watch, but experience as well, as Richter takes strike 2.
2-2 the count.
And it just, pardon me, it just adds to the experience, and that's why we all here encourage all of you to try to make it out to one of these ball games here inside the softball stadium at the park at St. Mary's, because it is just a fun atmosphere. Great softball being played. Our Rattlers nationally ranked number 14 as Richter strikes out swinging for out number 1.
And now here comes Benavidez to the plate. Benavidez, she's 1 for 2 on the day. She had the single in the first inning. Gave her a couple more RBIs. And if there were an invitational MVP, I think she might be at the plate right now. Benavidez has just been red hot and on a tear. She'll look at a ball 1 right there from Fentress. Here's the pitch. And she swung through that one, 1-1 now. And that one hit high up into the air. Freitas is over. She'll make the catch on the lip of the warning track. And Benavidez is retired. And now here comes Medina. Medina singled the last time she was up, came around, scored a run. And now she'll dig in for yet another at-bat. Here's the pitch. And that one catches the inside corner for a called strike 1. Second pitch. That one catches the plate as well, 0-2. And that one got away. Good attempt at a waste pitch there by Fentress. Seeing if Medina would offer up at 1. She did not. And the count will be 1-2. And Medina goes down swinging, the second strikeout of the inning for Fentress, as she continues to add to her strikeout total. 3 on the day now, but we're heading to the top of the 6th. Rattlers still lead it 6-0.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Top of the sixth, set to get underway. It'll be Aaron Freitas to lead it off. 9-1-2 due up this inning for the Texans. As that first pitch catches the corner for a called strike one. And while we're on the topic of the Texans, very, very briefly, number one pick in the NFL draft, who should it be? Go.
Johnny Football.
Oh.
Big Johnny Football fan. Really enjoy watching him play. An exciting player to watch, and quite frankly, the Texans, after the year that they had last season, I believe Matt Schaub's time is up, and Johnny Football is the way to go. But I'm not sure if they will decide to go with him in the draft.
Well, that one bounced back to Britton, one away. Outside on the pitch right there to Stoges. And it'll be 1-0. Here's the pitch. And that one catches the inside corner, 1-1 now. Stoge, she's 0 for 2 today. She's reached on an error, though. That was the error that miraculously bounced directly between Britton's legs. 2-1 now. Britton winding, dealing. And right back to her again. This time she's got the sure-handed glove. So 2 ground balls to Britton, 2 away. And it'll be West coming to the plate.
The last play, a bit of redemption for Britton. As you mentioned, last time the batter was at bat, Britton was charged with was charged with the error. Excuse me, pardon me. And now she was able to ground it and field it and record the second out of the inning as that pitch goes for strike number 1.
Miranda West at the plate. West, she's 0 for 2 today. She struck out swinging her last time out. She's also grounded out to short. Britton, and that one fouled off of West's own foot. I can tell you from experience that's not a good feeling. 0-2 the count. Britton an opportunity at a quick inning here. So you can see some clouds starting to move over the field. Oh, is she going around? Appeal says no, and the count will be 1-2. Good job by West of holding up on that one. It was awfully close, though. Britton winding and dealing. That one low and in the dirt. So it'll be 2-2.
Now, as the shadow is being cast here over the softball stadium, you could see on your screen the shadow is right between the circle and home plate. Now, Joe, what does that do for the hitter, if anything?
Well, it makes it tougher to pick up the ball. What you have to do, actually, is your eyes have to adjust twice now. The first time they adjust, it's from seeing the ball coming out of the pitcher's hand. And then the second time they have to adjust is just about that halfway point where you see the ball changing from that bright yellow to a darker kind of yellow. And it's kind of tough to do sometimes, as West is out at first base. So 1, 2, 3 go the Texans. The Rattlers heading to the bottom of the 6th. Last chance to add insurance runs on the board. So you're watching Rattler Softball on the Rattler Network.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have the 10 initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $1 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Bottom of the sixth, set to get underway. It'll be Hernandez, Villa, and Nash due up this inning. Hernandez, her first at-bat of the day, about to come up. Jennifer, 1 for 2 on the year, as that puts her at an even 500 batting average. And a called strike one there to Jennifer. Jennifer, she's played in 3 games so far this year. She hasn't started any quite yet, as that one's just off the plate, and it's now 1-1.
In high school, Hernandez was named team MVP and first team all-district both her junior and senior seasons in Antonian High School here in San Antonio.
She also won a state championship with her team as a junior. So very impressive freshman is Jennifer Hernandez. And she goes down swinging right there. I tell you, Fintra, she's been rolling since she came into the game. Already her 4th strikeout.
Amanda Villa.
And she's only faced 5 Rattler batters. Here comes Villa. And she looks at ball 1. Villa 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to third, and she had a bad bunt. And I think there's a little bit of a discussion going on between the manager and the home plate umpire. I think they might have been upset that the music might have been going on a little bit too long. So asking for a do-over on that first pitch. Well, at the same time, though, the pitcher could have waited, and count will remain at 1-0. That pitch thrown out across the plate, strike one. It's 1-1 now. Second pitch, also across the corner, called strike 2. And Villa will now have to work from behind. Ooh, and that one just missed the corner. Good velocity there by Fintris. Here's the pitch. Villa swing and the miss. And Fintris now rolling through this Rattler lineup, strikeout number 5. She's faced 6 Rattlers, retired all of them, and struck out 5 of them. So now here comes Nash to the plate.
Number 5, Danielle Nash.
And Fentris, regardless of the outcome of this game, definitely has been one of the bright spots for the Texans here this afternoon.
1-0 the count. Nash, she's 0 for 2. And a called strike right there. Now it's 1-1. Two away. And that one popped up foul, and the count will now be 1-2. Two away. Here's the pitch, and that one just outside, 2-2. A good take there by Nash, that one just barely missing. She'll still have to battle her way back in this at-bat, though. And another Rattler struck out, so Fintris strikes out the side. Strikeout number 6 of 7 Rattlers faced. But we're heading to the top of the 7th inning. St. Mary's a chance to win it when we come back.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
$1 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
So top of the 7th, ready to get underway. Emily Britton will be in the circle trying to complete the game for St. Mary's. It'll be Malden, Mendoza, and Mays due up for the Texans. Britton, she's had herself a great game. She's allowed only 2 hits to the Texans. Malden, first pitch out of the zone, 1-0. Britton also impressively, she hasn't walked anyone yet. So only 3 base runners have been allowed the entire game, and one of those was via an error. One and one the count. Here's the pitch, and that one hit toward right field. Nash coming on, she'll make the catch, and 1 away. St. Mary's now 2 outs away from winning 14 in a row. That would match their ranking right now in the nation. And it'll be Mendoza coming to the plate. Mendoza, she's 1 for 2. She had a single the last time up. That was in the 4th inning. Britton, the sign, the pitch, and that one squibbed off towards third base side for strike number 1. Britton, she's dialed in right now. She's retired 8 Texans in a row.
Emily's been in a tremendous groove, not just this game, but this whole entire weekend. Has pitched outstanding as that off-speed pitch just outside the zone. 1-1.
And it looks like Hernandez will come out and talk to Britton.
Oh, you want music? Because he said start the music.
And they'll be good to go. The quick conference. 1-1 the count, 1 away. I think Emily may have had a brief breather right there. Emily winding and dealing. And that one hit over to short. Throw to first is in time, and that'll do it for the 2nd out of the inning. On to make the play there was Jordan Alvarez, another freshman for these Rattlers. And now the Texans down to their last out. It'll be Mays at the plate. Mays, she's 1 for 2 today. She's also thrown out on the base pass while she was trying to steal a bag. It was Alex Rodriguez who was in the game catching at that point. 1-0 the count. And time is called. Mays wasn't quite comfortable in the box. She'll regather herself, step back in. And that pitch out of the zone, 2-0.
Now as we look ahead for the Rattlers, they will be playing Wednesday at Angelo State. It'll be a doubleheader in San Angelo as that pitch off the zone, 3-0.
Britton back in the circle, blocking the sun with her glove from getting into her eyes, just like she's been doing for the entirety of the game. Here's the pitch. And a called strike on the outside corner. I think Mays was taking the whole way right there. And now she'll step in for another pitch. Here's Britton. That one hit over to second. Via with it, the underhanded scoop, and that'll do it for the game. So the Rattlers victorious 6-0 the total right here, as they were able to rally around Britton with the bats and get going here today. Now 14 wins in a row for this Lady Rattlers softball team. Emily Britton, she's the winning pitcher. She'll move to 12-2 on the year. Hinnon, meanwhile, the losing pitcher for the Texans. She'll be 4-5. St. Mary's, Brian, 6-0 in the St. Mary's Invitational. They're just rolling right now.
The Rattlers, an unbelievable performance throughout the course of the weekend, and a fitting way to end this amazing weekend full of great Rattler action, with the softball team picking up their 18th victory on the season. An impressive outing from all the Rattlers up and down the line. You could start with Emily Britton dealing in the circle, and Haley Richter hitting that solo blast in the third inning. Overall, a great performance from these Rattlers, and it just gets me excited as the season progresses to see what they can do next.
The Rattlers 18-3 now on the season. Tarleton State, meanwhile, fall to 8-12. This St. Mary's Invitational, a success to say in the least for the St. Mary's Rattlers. And we're so excited we could have brought you the action. For Brian McLuhan, everyone here at the Rattler Network, I'm Joe Rodriguez. And as always, take care, everyone.